Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio. Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingles.
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingles here. You're listening to us on Building Fortunes Radio. That's www.buildingfortunesradio.com. It's a Tuesday. It's noon Eastern Time, and every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time, we have a radio show with a great gentleman. His name is George Vincent, and you can catch his previous radio shows by going to www.buildingfortunesradio.com and then find those radio shows for George Vincent, and you'll hear the previous ones. Now, last week, we had me standing in for George Vincent because he was just coming back from a wonderful vacation. And the previous week, we missed George Vincent because I think he was going on that wonderful vacation. So one of the businesses that George Vincent is involved in is the travel business, and he wanted to share some of the really cool things that happened to him that would make you maybe consider being part of the travel business with him. He's got a really great company he's been working with, and he was able to experience firsthand the wonderful product that they have, their unbelievable service, and especially if anything ever goes not necessarily the way it's planned, when you need to make those necessary adjustments, the difference between his experience and then other people's experiences in similar situations. So, George Vincent, thanks for being back on your own radio show.
Thanks, Peter. It's great to be back. Man, the vacation was outstanding. But as they say, it's always good to get to come back home and, hey, make some money so I can go back on vacation.
There we go.
How about that?
Absolutely.
But we went to
so share with us the backdrop. First of all, share with us the backdrop. I know where you went, but you also went. Tell us how you went, why you went, the vacations that you get as a result of what's going on with your travel company. So build the backdrop up here so we know where you're referencing it from.
Okay, great. Well, when you become a Dream Trips member, one of the things that you get is a website that has all of the Dream Trips listed. There's about 1,100 a year, and you basically just go on and kind of look through the trips and pick one that you like and book it. And so I was looking on my Dream Trips website, and I saw a vacation to Playa del Carmen for July, and my birthday is in July, and my wedding anniversary is also in July. So we like to get out of the country and just go celebrate those two occasions. And so I booked this trip to Playa del Carmen. It was a new resort for me. It's called the Azul Fives, like the number 5, the Azul Fives. And man, what a magnificent resort! It's absolutely beautiful.
And where is this? Which country?
This is in Mexico. Oh, yeah. Okay. That might be helpful to mention. Yeah, Playa del Carmen, Mexico, which is on the Riviera Maya. The Riviera Maya is like the western coast of Mexico, and there's just resorts all up and down that coastline, and just a beautiful blue water, and it's so warm down there and tropical with the palm trees and the whole deal. And best of all, this was an all-inclusive resort, and those tend to be the only kind that my wife and I like to book. So all-inclusive, everything is included. Your food, 3 meals or however many meals you want to have a day, like room service if you want to order breakfast, or like we do, breakfast, sometimes coffee, all included. Drinks, whether it's juices or sodas or alcoholic beverages, it's all included. Even the tips and gratuities, those are included. So when you get to the resort, there's usually a safe in the room, and you just take your wallet, put it in the safe, and lock it till you're basically ready to leave.
Wow. Excellent. So you went down there,
Yeah.
I think it was on the 10th of July.
Yep.
And then, so then you had a little experience.
No. Yeah. We went, it was the 6th through the 10th. And so when we got down there a little late. And we ended up not getting the best room available. And now I had paid for an upgrade. And I didn't really notice a problem with the room until the next morning. And there were some issues. It was a very small room. There was mold in the shower. So that was an issue. And we went to the front, the check-in center. That's where our Dream Trips hosts were situated on that morning. And let me tell you, like every trip, especially overseas, you're typically going to have a team of Dream Trip hosts. In this case, it was 2 young ladies. And so went over there and explained the situation with the room. And so my host, I think it was Kim. Yes, Kim. She says, "Okay, let's go up to the desk." And when we get up to the desk, just so happened that on my right, there's a gentleman there, and he's just throwing F-bombs all over the place. I mean, this guy was extremely upset. And on my left, my Dream Trips rep or host, she talks to the person at the desk. And let me back up a little bit. If you're in a foreign country, it's kind of like anywhere else. You know, this guy's dropping all these F-bombs, and the more abusive he got, the less English the person behind the counter was able to speak, right? So that was, I'm sure he didn't find it funny, but I found it kind of humorous. But at any rate, my Dream Trips host, she talked to the people, straightened everything out, and at the end of that conversation, she said, "Okay, here's your new room key, and don't worry about your luggage. The people will come and move that into your new room." So we jumped on one of the carts that they have to take you around and went to our new room, and it turned out to be a full villa. And let me tell you, I mean, this villa was fabulous. I mean, it was absolutely fabulous. And it was just, so from then on, the entire trip just turned into a wonderful experience. And kind of my takeaway from that is, on vacation, especially out of the country, things happen. And even if you're on a dream trip, sometimes things happen. And but there's 2 options, it seems to be. You could either stand there dropping F-bombs, or if you're a Dream Trips member, all you have to do is talk to your rep, because you got people. And it makes a big difference when you have people there for you. And in this case, it worked out just beautifully.
So in essence, you could have done this whole thing from a phone wherever you were, or, maybe even from the internet from wherever you were to be able to get this stuff done. You might not have even had to go down to the front desk and kind of deal with that other stuff as well. So for a lot of people don't like for a lot of people that don't like confrontation, this is a really excellent way to be able to have somebody in your ballpark with the leverage that they need to be able to get some of those messages finished.
Oh, yeah, now, for sure. I mean, on this particular trip, there were 168 of us. So obviously this vendor
Wow.
does not want to lose our business. And that's also where the deep discounts come from. They book a lot of rooms at once, and we always fill them. And so, yeah, and just having someone, you know, their whole job is just to make sure that we have a great vacation, because things do come up. And man, that I'm telling you, if you saw that suite, it would blow your mind. And they also threw in a catamaran excursion. So we got a free catamaran excursion. It was 6 hours, you know, out on the Gulf. And, oh, man, you know, open bar. I like tequila. And lunch was included. Some of the people, you know, we went out to a reef out there, and probably about 20 of the people went snorkeling, and I didn't feel like getting in the water, so we just hung out on the boat. And man, it's just amazing. You know, it's a party boat. You know, they have the music, you know, blaring, and folks are dancing. It's just an unbelievable time, and again, all free. So,
wow.
Yeah, how can you beat that, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So we should talk about this opportunity for you to be able to find these wonderful trips, because I know you saved a ton of money on the trips because you're part of this group. So do you want me to run a commercial first, and then we'll talk about that? Or do you want to talk a little bit about that, and we do a commercial next?
Let me just give everybody the website real quick, and then we'll go to commercial. You know, if you really want to save money on a trip and just really have some of the most outstanding vacations of your life, and we tend to have a dream trip or a dream vacation of a lifetime twice a year, all you have to do is go to this website. It's www.travelwise123.com. Again, that's www.travelwise123.com. Easy as 123.
Perfect. We're going to be right back. We're on Building Fortunes Radio with George Vincent. We're talking a little bit about travel and his experiences. We're going to get a little bit deeper into that in just a second. Here we go.
Thanks for listening to Building Fortunes Radio. If you sell a product or service, then you should check out PM Marketing's NetworkLeads.com. Just visit www.networkleads.com. For over 18 years, PM Marketing has helped distributors build their home-based businesses through lead generation, website development, automated email delivery systems, and sales training. If you're looking for a way to increase your skills and increase the number of people that see your product or opportunity, NetworkLeads.com can help. To learn more, visit www.networkleads.com. Ask about their lead management system, capture pages, personalized websites, MLM training, humongous blogs, the humongous classified ad network, Building Fortunes Radio, or their webinar schedule. NetworkLeads.com can be your one-stop shop for everything you need. And now, back to our show.
And we are back. Peter Mingles here with George Vincent. We're talking about the travel experience that he had, and he's going to share with you, if you're listening in, how to take advantage of this and how this stuff works. So, George Vincent, over to you.
All right, excellent. Thanks, Peter. Yeah, you know, it's important that you get away. You know, medical, you know, experts have been saying this for years, how important it is to take vacations, and especially in America, we give away millions of vacation hours every year, and it's not good for you. You know, the stress builds up, and you know, stress is a killer. So it's important to get away. And I'll tell you, you know, just to be able to go somewhere and be pampered and treated like kings and queens, why would you deny yourself something like that? And with the prices, they are so low. It's just amazing. So we go on these dream trips, like I said, about twice a year, and there's all types of trips. As a matter of fact, I was just looking at something that got pointed out to me while I was down in Playa del Carmen. Met some good folks, and the guy I was hanging out with asked me had I ever checked out the hideaways on the Dream Trip website. I said, no, never have. And so he told me about it, and I just wanted to show you something price-wise. I've got a good friend of mine that lives down in Miami. So I checked out the hideaways, and I found some great prices. I can go down to Fort Lauderdale Beach for 7 days for only $61.20 a night.
That's crazy.
Now, can you believe that in Miami or Fort Lauderdale? That is crazy. So, Peter, I think I'm going to have to come visit you sometime. And
I'm going to charge you the difference.
Uh-oh. I've come to expect things like that from you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But isn't that amazing?
That is insane.
So that's just another example. Yeah, you know, the prices, and it's just, like I said, 1,100 trips a year. Just, you know, their tagline is "You should be here," and you should be here. You know, sometimes for the price that you would pay, say for a great weekend for you and your significant other, say for an anniversary, you know, you might go to dinner, you might take in a movie or, you know, something like that, maybe, you know, do a staycation or something like that. And, you know, for that price that you paid to just stay there, you could have went on a cruise, you know. And I speak from experience on that because I've taken my wife on several cruises, and because of the prices, it's just ridiculous. So get out there, see the world. It's beautiful. I mean, you know, we've been to the Chichen Itza. We've been all over the place on submarines and you name it. There's a big, beautiful world out there, and you have to experience it. What do you think, Peter?
I think that's great. Now, how do people get involved in this? Would you call it a travel club? Is it a travel business? Tell us what this is and how people can get involved and how they get in touch with you.
Yeah, it's a travel club, and you can. It's invitation only, so you can only join the club through someone that's already a member. And let me give you my cell. If you want to get in touch with me personally, just call 651-605-6366. Again, that number is 651-605-6366. And come on and join us. You know, there's nothing like being on a beach somewhere, you know, or wine tasting or whatever, you name it. It's in there. Even sporting events, like how about going to the Super Bowl? That's a dream trip. Every major sporting event is a dream trip. They've got all the bases covered. And let me tell you, on these trips, as wonderful as they are, life happens, right? And let me give you a couple examples. On my first dream trip, then she was my girlfriend, I took her to Cancun, to the Moon Palace, which is another 5-star resort, and because I wanted to propose, and I figured, well, if I take her to Cancun, it'd be a lot harder for her to say no. So I want to stack the deck in my favor. But anyway, I had booked that trip at the beginning of the year because, again, because of the prices, I was just going to go. And I wasn't planning on taking anybody. But by the end of the year, you know, things have progressed. And I decided to ask her to marry me. So we get down there, and we're at the check-in counter, and the guy at the counter says, Mr. Lassiter, there seems to be a problem with your reservation. So, yeah, well, what's the problem? He says, you booked this for one, and there's two of you here. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, because I have forgotten. And so I said, well, is there a manager that I can talk to? He said, sure. And as he was leaving, I said, and make sure that you tell him that I'm a Dream Trips member. And he turned right around, came back, and said, oh, if you're a Dream Trips member, well, then your people, your reps are on the second floor. Why don't you go talk to them? So we go up to the second floor, and there's a whole team, like about 4 people there, just for us. And I explained the situation, and the guy that I was talking to, he said, you know what, Mr. Lassiter, your only job here is to be on vacation. So why don't you go and enjoy your vacation, and we'll handle this. And if there's any reason that we need to contact you, we'll contact you after you get back from your vacation. And they handled it. I never heard anything from them. And the vacation was marvelous. I proposed, and she said yes. And we're still married to this day. But that could have turned out very differently had I not had someone there to help me out on that.
That's true. That's true.
So
that is so
yeah,
true.
Can you imagine? I've got this young lady in a whole other country, and we don't have any place to stay, right?
Wow. Well, it
So,
might have been, yeah, who knows? Who knows? But that's
yeah.
interesting. So when you decide that you want to be part of this company and, you know, you're invited, is it costly for people to join? Like, is it is it costly to join, or is it, you know, somewhat reasonable? And you can say, you know, after the cost of joining and the savings from the trip, this is the best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, I think it's very inexpensive. So let me tell you how it comes. There's the gold membership. It is a membership, and you pay monthly dues. So with the gold, there is a upfront cost of $200 plus the first month fee, which is $50. So $250 to join on the gold, and then for platinum, that's, you know, if you like, if you want to be picked up and taken to the airport in a limousine, and, you know, the champagne and chauffeurs and all that, if you want the high life, go ahead and get the platinum membership. And there's also special trips for that, and that is $300 up front one time, and then the $100 a month. So those are the price. But check this out: when you join, again, I'm gold, so that $200, that my initial payment or setup fee, that goes instantly into what they call Dream Trip or Robia bucks, and you can use that towards trips, dollar for dollar. For example, last year I took my wife and I. We went to New York City, stayed in downtown Manhattan at the what's the name of it? Escapes my mind, but a very, very exclusive hotel in downtown Manhattan. It's like 2 blocks from. Oh man, I've got Playa on my mind. I'm trying to switch gears here, but it's 2 blocks from Central Park, and we stayed there. They've got, you know, a pool, a penthouse pool, and all that, and we stayed there. But we stayed there for 3 nights, and they allowed me to take off $270 off of that trip because I had that in Dream Trip points. So you could imagine if I had just joined, that money, the money that you put in never goes to waste. It goes into this, you could consider it a savings account for travel, and then all of your monthly fees go into the same fund for your use, and they mature after a year. So that Manhattan trip ended up costing me $444 for 3 nights downtown Manhattan.
Oh my!
They threw in tickets to see Jersey Boys on Broadway. They threw in a harbor dinner cruise, and they also threw in tickets to go to the art museum. Now, come on, I can't do that in downtown Minneapolis. So it's great, and you get your money. You don't lose it. It's there for your use. So I've never seen anything like it, and you should be here. That's all I can say. Come join us. I mean, these trips are fantastic, and we're just traveling all over the world. If you go on Facebook, I don't think you can avoid seeing someone that has a blue "You Should Be Here" sign, and those are our members. There's millions of us worldwide, and I've been in the Travel Club for 6 years, and I cannot speak more highly of it. I mean, I love it. I love to travel, and and then they also have the volunteer trips. We had Gwyneth Lloyd on here from the Dream Trips Foundation. While we were in Playa, we went downtown shopping, and as you're driving through, you get to see some of the conditions that people live under, and some of the conditions are pretty rough. And but you can also make a difference as a Dream Trip member by booking a volunteer trip, and maybe you're digging a well, or maybe you're helping to build a school, for children in foreign countries, or they even do things here in the United States. So this company has such a big heart, and you come on and join us. That's all I can say. Come on and join
Absolutely.
us, and let's go party together.
There we go. Well, the volunteer trips are really appealing, and we had a gal who does the foundation on one of our previous radio shows. So if you're listening in, make sure you check it out. If you go to buildingfortunesradio.com, look for the George Vincent segment. And George, what was her first name? It was I forget what her name was. Gwyneth. That's right. So look for Gwyneth Lloyd. Gwyneth Lloyd. So when you go look for Gwyneth Lloyd, you'll be able to hear her radio show as well. So that was really great. That was really great, and very inspiring as well. Probably make a difference in your life as well as the lives of other people as well. So whether you want to go out partying on a catamaran, or you want to go out there and paint the ceiling for a school, then you can do it all with your company. And believe it or not, we are done with our radio show. So thanks, everybody, for being here on the George Vincent Radio Show, Talk About Travel. We'll be back next week. So make sure everybody checks us out. Go to buildingfortunesradio.com. Check out George Vincent. Find him. Ask about the travel as well as the volunteer group stuff. And we will catch you next week. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Bye for now.
Awesome. Thank you.
You've been listening to Building Fortunes Radio on buildingfortunesradio.com. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check us out every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time for the designated Building Fortunes Radio segment with Peter Mingle. Be sure to check out the buildingfortunesradio.com website for our featured segments. It's been our privilege to have you listen in. At Building Fortunes Radio, we wish you the success you deserve and are willing to work for. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world.